What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and welcome back to another episode of Epic Games Removed a feature you probably used. Now, maybe this wasn't one that was too groundbreaking or anything like that, but it still was a very weird feature to them just to yoink out of the game for completely no reason. So it actually exists in the lobby here, and as you guys know, we have the playlist, we have the locker, we have all these different tabs, but one tab a lot of people basically check nightly or daily depending on your time zone was the item shop tab. You know, you would go in here, figure out what they added, what they removed, and you would just be on about your day, right? However, you may notice that there is not a timer anywhere on screen anymore. In the bottom right, there used to actually be a timer down here telling you how long until the shop reset, which was good for you to actually figure out how long until, you know, you had to go about doing your thing, especially if you're someone who travels a lot, so that you could go ahead and be there and see what's new in the item shop. It would also help you know when there was going to be an early shop reset, but now that's not there anymore. It just says shop refresh info, and if you actually click this button, it brings up this, and all it says is the shop refreshes every day, usually at 7 p.m. Eastern time, which is midnight GMT, and that's basically it, right? So no longer will they actually show you the exact time that the item shop resets, and instead they're just hiding that information and just being like, yeah, the item shop's gonna reset when it resets, you know, that's kind of what we're doing about it. Hope you enjoy it. If not, oh well, right? And it's a little odd, right? It's something that I feel is just kind of like a change for the sake of making a change and not to actually do anything with the game, right? It just feels like an employee or something was sitting there and was like, oh, I need to implement a change or something this week, you know, so I can meet my quota of whatever else. So they decided, what if we removed a feature from the game? And as you guys know, I'm someone who dislikes a lot of the situations that go on when it comes to this whole entire thing. You know, a lot of things that they actually end up adding to the game and then removing for basically no reason. I mean, even if we look over here at the menu, you know, we used to be able to see, you know, like the level of every single person in your friends list. That got removed at some point. You used to be able to hide the connected accounts. That got removed at some point, so they're always showing. You used to even be able to hide notifications popping up in game, so whenever someone sent you a friend request or a party invite, you wouldn't see it even though it was happening. That got removed for no reason, and it feels like they just keep wanting to remove things instead of adding them here. And it's like, you know, this is one of the pointless changes, which actually makes me a little worried for the future of the item shop, because we know for like the past month now, a lot of people have been complaining that, you know, we have new skins like the summer, or I guess, you know, like not even summer, but the winter Eevee skin or whatever else that was supposed to release in the shop, and it's been like a month now since that got leaked, and it hasn't actually released for anyone to actually pick up. So it makes a lot of people worried that they're going to go ahead and start resetting the item shop a little less. On the other hand, some people are wondering if this means they'll reset, you know, the item shop a lot more often, but I really think that this kind of change is just kind of going to be there for them to kind of give us less information on what's going on with the game and to make it more mysterious. And I'm going to be completely honest here, without that shop timer down here, the only way I'm going to even really realize that the item shop refresh daily, especially with how common it's been for us just to have the same things over and over and over again, is to check my item shop bot daily, right? I'm not even going to realize, oh, it's 7 p.m. It's time for the shop to reset, because also when we have daylight savings time, that 7 p.m. right there changes to 8 p.m. It feels like they're giving themselves more work with, like, they're giving themselves more effort to actually do of randomly changing the string from 7 to 8 to 8 to 7 over and over again, instead of what we had before, which was literally an API request that showed us how long until the next shop reset. Now, currently, as it appears in the files and, you know, in the API and everything, leakers such as myself will still be able to share the information, but what if, since it's not being used in game anymore, you know, it's not actually getting checked on by, you know, this little tab button down here or whatever else, what if they just stop having a shop reset timer, right? What if it ends up in a spot where it's like leakers don't know when the shop's going to reset? Because as we know, they recently made it so, you know, leakers couldn't figure out what the daily shop tabs are going to be or anything like that, and now we're in a spot where it's like, now we don't even know when the shop's going to reset, and it just feels so odd. I don't understand why they would make this change. I know at the end of the day, it's not the biggest idea, you know, it's not the craziest thing, because there's going to be a lot of people who's like, why would you be mad? They're just making it so you don't have to worry about spending as much money or whatever, right? Because you're not going to know when the shop's actually changing in the first place. But man, it really just makes me sit here and think about like other people, right? You look at people like iTalk or Pizzo who always, you know, make videos on the item shop or make videos on combos with new skins that release, and now they're going to have an even harder time to actually figure out when the shop's going to reset, when they can make their videos. And I'm going to be honest, I think a lot of people are going going to end up forgetting that the shop actually resets at 7 p.m. Eastern time, because how often do you go to the item shop and click this button in the bottom right? I mean, like, this button always took you to this screen. Even when it had a timer on it, it took you to this screen right here. And I mean, even behind Fishstick, you see the shop reset timer in the actual graphic, but now, you know, it's just kind of a button that's there. You know, the amount of times I've clicked this have mainly been accidental clicks throughout the times, right? And it's going to be in a spot here where I think a lot of people are just going to stop really caring about the item shop, and I feel a lot of people have already stopped caring about the item shop, because, like, if we look here, featured daily, that doesn't exist anymore, right? You know, you have some things that occasionally return. You have the Trailblazers, the signature style, you have Marvel, all that type of stuff, but nowadays the item shop is just, hey, look at this, we got some rocket racing stuff, we got some Fortnite festival stuff, and then we got random stuff that's either been here for 5 years or has been here for like 2 days and is going to leave and never return, or return in 6 more days. But of course, you know, at least as of now, it appears that leakers like me can still provide that information on Twitter and stuff, but it does kind of suck because it does show how Epic Games is continuing to change as time goes on, and continuing to make things a lot more vaguer, not only for people like me who, you know, share information publicly, but for people like you who's the average person, because I know not every single person out there knows that the shop resets at a specific time daily, right? There's a lot of people out there who may just occasionally play Fortnite, they may randomly click into the item shop or whatever, they might log on, you know, around like 6:30 p.m. or something, be like, I'm gonna play a few matches, check the item shop beforehand, and by the time it hits that, you know, like half an hour later or whatever, not even have realized the item shop refreshed, because there is no timer anymore to tell you that type of information. At the end of the day, though, you know, I'm not someone who's going to be like, oh, this is a reason for us to quit playing Fortnite entirely, the game's ruined, it's over, it's you know, it's absolutely horrendous for everyone, but it is something where I sit there and I'm like, why did this need to be done? This is just another one of the pointless changes I feel come to the game that serve no purpose except for just making the game more inconvenient. You know, I would think that it would be less inconvenient. You know, I would think Epic Games would want the game to be more convenient for you just to launch it and figure out what's going on, than for you to have to go to Twitter or something, look at a leaker or something like me that provides that information for you, especially if there's like an early shop reset or something, just so you can be in the know about when stuff is happening. You shouldn't have to go to 30 million external sources just to find out something that at one point was available in the game normally. But with that said, that's my little bit of a boomer ramble about a lot of stuff going on with Fortnite recently, especially this random change that came out of the blue with the item shop. And until next time, hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and I'll catch you guys next time with another upload. Peace out.